What's up, everybody? I'm Chris Marikos, creator of the English Everyday program, the #1 program for spoken English on the planet. And in today's video, I'm going to explain your top 5 mistakes with uncountable nouns. Now, you might not know what an uncountable noun is. A countable noun is something that we count. We can say 1 dog, 2 dogs, 1 cat, 2 cats. An uncountable noun is something like water or milk or juice. We might put milk into a container. We might say a gallon of milk, a liter of milk. So the first thing that we need to remember about uncountable nouns, when we use an uncountable noun, we can't use a plural verb. That dog is big, right? So it's a countable noun and it's 1, so we use a singular verb. But if we see more than 1 dog, we say those dogs are big. We use a plural verb. But when we talk about uncountable nouns like water, there's no plural form. We always use the singular form. Okay, so let's talk about the top 5 mistakes that you probably make with uncountable nouns if you're learning English as an adult. The first big mistake that I hear people make with uncountable nouns is with the word advice. First of all, the word advices is wrong because advice is an uncountable noun. Well, in English, if we want to count it, we have to say pieces of advice. My father gave me 5 important pieces of advice. There's another word that we can use that's similar to advice, and it's countable, so it might be easier for you to use. And that's the word tip. Tip is like a quick, small piece of advice, and you can count it. My father gave me 5 tips. The second big mistake that I hear people make with uncountable nouns is with the word money. Oh, so many times I've heard people say this. They say, give me them. When someone says, give me them, I don't understand what they're talking about.
I don't understand.
Because them is something that's plural. Instead, when we talk about things that are uncountable, we have to say, give me it. Money is it, not they. Hey, where's my money? It is on the table. It's on the table. Pick it up. The third big mistake that I hear people make with uncountable nouns is with the word hair. Well, I just cut my hair right before this video, so I hope you like it. That's what they should say. They should say, I like your hair. They should never say, I like your hairs. When we say hairs, it means that we're trying to count them, right? Maybe you go to a restaurant and you say, excuse me, waiter, there's a hair in my soup.
There's a hair in my soup, but I'll just eat around it.
A hair. So yes, we can count hair, but when we talk about the hair on your head or the hair on your body, we use it as an uncountable noun because we're not counting all of those hairs, right? Your hair looks good. Looks. Because we have to use the singular form. The fourth mistake that people make all the time with uncountable nouns is with the word news. You know, like you turn on the TV, maybe the radio, and you read the news, you watch the news, you listen to the news. And if someone asks you, what's the news? And I can say, it isn't good. The word news is confusing this way because it has S at the end. Well, don't let that S confuse you. We have a special phrase that people say in English. They say,
No news is good news, right?
no news is good news. This means if you don't hear any news, any updates, it's good. And we have to use the word is here, not are. Why? Because the word news is uncountable. The fifth big mistake that people make with uncountable nouns is the word work. If you have 2 jobs, this does not mean that you have 2 works. So you just say, I have a lot of work. Here's what you need to remember about countable and uncountable nouns. Sometimes they don't follow the rules.
Oh, no.
Sometimes native speakers break those rules, and sometimes one word can be both countable and uncountable. You probably know the word work like about a job. You have to work every day. Your work is fun or it's terrible. Hopefully you like your work. The word work can be countable if it has a different meaning. And usually we use it in the phrase, a work of art. If you have a famous painting like the Mona Lisa, you can say the Mona Lisa is a famous work of art. If you go to a museum, you might see many works of art. So usually that's what we mean when we use the word work, and that's why usually you should say work is. It is. My work is amazing. My work is so much fun. I love it. I get to teach people all around the world. I teach them about English. That's probably why you're watching this video on this channel. I teach them about business on other channels. I teach them about how to double their impact, influence, and income. I have a lot of programs and I teach a lot of people a lot of things. And that's why I love my work. And I hope that you found this video useful. And if you do, then feel free to go to my other channels too. Subscribe, click that bell notifications, and if you leave comments, I'm gonna read them, and they're gonna help me understand what topics I need to make videos about in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.